SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Northern California visits Southern California. The Niners and Chargers, off we go from L.A. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Lance. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. San Francisco. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Lance, a give now to Sermon. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Lance looking to throw it. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Niners 7, Chargers nothing.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off play action. Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And a solid stiff arm and some open field. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Herbert off of play action. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Flushed out right. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice in meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff, Sermon. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Working from the gun, Lance. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. Fighting through it, he's got space. can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson. That catch good for only a couple.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline and they don't get the yards after the catch.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Here we go.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Chargers, nothing.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lance. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Sliding out of the pocket. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. They'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
Herbert rolling to his right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Steps away. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Lance now to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A give for Sermon running right. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Lance. Dancing to his left. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Lance going to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Herbert now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Let's get off the field, D. 57. Mike, 57. Let's go, D. 57 to Mike. Smash Bronco. Get your swerve on. Go.
Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Tight right.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Flush to his right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Bryan Edwards, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He's going to look for Allen now, the deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 42. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To throw on 2nd and 6. Lance forced out to his left. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach. The offensive coordinator just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Joey Sly is set to kick off.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. The Charger drive about to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert rolling to his left. Williams brings it in. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there for L.A. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check.
Here's Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Last 50 seconds, Mike. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 50 seconds. Here we go, D. Hey,
Herbert operating from the red zone. It's complete to Williams. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Herbert. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On play action, Lance. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Throwing now is Lance. Flushed out right. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Here's 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Gets through, and now an opening. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 33. A big gain there on 3rd and long.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on 3rd down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
Right back to him on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Herbert off of play action. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
After the run, now Herbert to throw. He'll buy some time right. And my goodness, another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And the 49ers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And some space here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Sermon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lance. Buying time to his left. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a 2nd down and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They run once more with Sermon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. James has got it. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right, in this stage of the game.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane.
And now here's another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is now 24.
Chargers 21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Herbert. He's got Granson, his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Out to his left. And now here's another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above.
Joey Sly lining up for the point after.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for San Francisco,
they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory.
And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.